Waiting for people to show up. Waiting for people to show up. Nobody here yet. Nobody here yet. There's 3 watching. There's 3 watching. All right, who's watching? Type in the chat. Type in the chat. No, I don't see my chest. No, I don't see my chest screen though over here. It's kind of off to the side here. It's kind of off to the side here, like by the laptop. Someone came, someone left. Someone came, someone left. Just let me know if you can hear me fine. Let me know if you can hear me fine. All right, well, I got 4 watching. All right, well, I got 4 watching. You can hear me well, but let me know in the chat. But let me know in the chat if you can. Second time, first time doing on this laptop. First time doing on this laptop. I'm using OBS. OBS. And when it doesn't show on the OBS here, the chat screen, but. All right, I'm about ready to start recording this and do my mail call. Maybe people will jump in. It's like I have an echo though. For some reason. This thing here is muted. That shouldn't be picking me up. That shouldn't be picking me up. Not on that one, so. How about now? Let's test it. How about now? Let's test it now. I know I still have an echo there. For some reason. I got my headset on my other laptop. So, but. All right. Well, let's just start. Let's just start this. Start what I got here and start what I got here. Maybe people jump in. So. All right. Welcome to my mail call. Welcome to my mail call. And today that I got from Benefit. From Red Dirt Nation. They Travis and Nick from 406 Prospecting. So the first item is we'll go through this. Is Azurite Malachite. Let's see. This is that Azurite Malachite that I got from him. Very neat. This is a slab piece. Looks like I could maybe use some more polishing. This side here looks a little more shinier. So the benefit was to help Nick. He has to make a sudden move. His wife got a new job. She had lost her job, but then she got a new job out of state. So he was trying to come up with some money for that. And so this is my own malachite, just to give you a sample of the difference of a malachite, but a bit different. I got this up at Coos Canyon Rock and Gift from Rosie. Now the side's not really polished, but that's a raw side. Now it's a very soft rock. So that one there, he's got flat, as you can see. The malachite. Put auto zoom on this. There you go. The stuff I got, I mean, they must have to do that by hand. And I'll show you an example of a piece in a little bit of a soft rock that I did by hand. This is more of the product. Pull this one off. So these are some bigger specimens. So you got these, I believe he gets these in Montana. This is a bigger specimen. So I might try slabbing some, maybe a side of it, see how that works. I'll do some of this polishing by hand, sand it and polish it. Different grits of sandpaper. All right. And set that to the side. And then there's next one. I think these are the same thing, but I'm not positive. Looks different. Could be something. Looks different. These are a couple other pieces. I got, and he's got like a rainbow effect to him. Go look at that. That one's got that green iridescent in it. Green iridescent in it. So pretty neat. Pretty neat. I'll have to try polishing. I'll have to try polishing these two. But the backside doesn't have anything. The backside doesn't have anything. So I guess you have to be real careful. From what I was, some of these rocks, it's just like right on the surface. Just like right on the surface. This one around. Try moving this one around. So we get different colors. That one's got the red in it. The other one had the red in it. The other one had the green. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. And this looks like turquoise. Can you see it right? Can you see it right? That he threw in there. The piece. That'll be my first piece of turquoise that I've ever had. And that's nice. And put those away. All right, so these are some samples of fluorite did by hand. Fluorite is very soft. And I'll just do the one here first. Put that one there. So I had sandpaper. Probably starting like 60-80 grit, maybe even lower. And I had the sandpaper going up to like 15,000 grit. So all the sequences and worked it. Diamond polish on these. So I shaped it all. Just by sanding. Came out pretty nice. You can see right through them. And then this one's got more of a pyramid shape to it. Focusing in right. Come on. Focus. There you go. If I can. So yeah, you can. Where you couldn't probably tumble and get quite like this. Tumbling fluoride is tricky. Some of them come out real nice. Some of them get cracky. But if you do by hand, they come out nice. I suspect that that's the same way with the malachite is. Well, so all right. Well, that's for the rocks. And so I've got a challenge coin that I got from Travis. Pull that out. He gave me a card. So this challenge coin is hi Mandy, how you doing? Can you hear me all right? So this is from Red Dirt Nation, Lone Horse, Main Prospector. 4-3 prospector is Travis. And I got this around Christmas time. It says, to Jeffrey, thank you for your support on Red Dirt Nation benefit. Merry Christmas, 4-3 prospecting. And this is a limited edition of challenge coins they had. These are beautiful. I don't know if the backside's the same or not, but maybe. All right. Try switching cameras. Put it over here. But I also got a poker chip on in. Right there. Yeah, so it's one side is that, and then the other side is Red Dirt Nation. So there's a closer look of the challenge coin I won from them. All in, raise, check, call. Really nice. The opposite side is Red Dirt Nation logo. I ended up buying one of their shirts. That was nice. The shirt looks like that. That logo. This piece of paper, I just had it there for the rocks. Alrighty, next. Alrighty, next. I thought I had another chip from that I got from. See, that's Annie's. Well, I'm not sure where I put it. Probably had it somewhere, but sworn I had another poker chip that I got from Nick. And so the next one is just from All Things Country. Yeah, I got a sticker. Also got another Jason Cheddar sticker. And I got a letter. It says, "Congrats on the W, Jeff. Cheers, Brad. Thanks for supporting the channel and being part of the amazing community." Now this one is my first Euro gold back. Real nice. Bring that into the camera. See what the other side looks like. Nice. And shiny. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate that. All right. The next one, let's see, got a couple of them up here. This was from Annie. I won this during, I think it was Mama Bird's giveaway she had for milestone. It's a mushroom keychain. That made her believe. So that's this one. Nice keychain. So I didn't even remember I was gonna get that. I almost forgot. And so now we're thinking of Curtis, since we just had him up there. Originally won a copper coin from Curtis. This is a prospector one. Go upside down, the eagle. But yeah, let me put this on my other camera so we can zoom right in on it. Neat. So I've got some. I have some silver ones. I'm going to show you a silver one. I have some later coming in. But it says, "Congrats on your win from the blank show. Thank you for all your support. Happy holidays, Jason Cheddar, Curtis." Thank you. Hey FG, how you doing? Can you guys hear me all right? Give me a thumbs up or whatever. It's only my second time doing it. I haven't done it on this one before, so Let's look at the back side. So the back side is the eagle. All right. And I got some pay dirt that I see. Is this one? This is one I won off a duck race. So this is my first of that from John R. That's John R. pay dirt. So I think this was okay. Second place. I was thinking that it was maybe a last minute call or something that someone added, but that was a different one. But yeah, so it'll be fun to pan out that. And I got a John R. card. He signed it. Yeah, thanks. Show you my silver one here in a minute. And then I got some John R. stickers. Very cool. I think I might have the white one, but these are the silver ones. So those are new for me. So I'll add that to my sticker board. All right, and now I got a stick in here. Look at the coin again. Flip it over. Now this is well, it came through Waller, but it actually comes from Renee. So that he had some Indian head pennies, and I was interested in some, and so he gave me a couple. So it says, Jeffrey, passing along some awesomeness from John Renee. Thanks for stopping in. We like seeing you in the stream. Blaine, Waller 76. And so that's, get them out of the case. Oh. Actually, all right, so I got the penny, Indian penny, but I got something else with it too. So, and I'm not sure what that came from. I think it must have came from John Renee as well. So I got that extra. That's a I don't know what that is, but they call that a Baba nickel maybe. Let's see. Upside down. United States. There's a 5 on it, so it must be a nickel. Yep, 5 cents. That's cool. That's my first of those, and then had one of these as a kid, probably that year too, but somehow got missing. So that's a 1907 one. Hey Greg, good to see you. And then the back side of it, so it's like kind of like the wheat pennies. 1 cent. Thank you, Blaine, and thank you, John Renee. Really appreciate that. All right, so I'm going to look at some of my stickers I recently got. Well, new ones. So this is one of my smaller ones. And then I got, well, it's kind of like that, but a little bit different. It's got some of my things that I do on it. See a little deer and a river and my rock tumbler, some of my crafting I do with the trees, Tree of Lives, and my coins, There's my goal. I was my gold prospector. So this is my original sticker. There. All right, so now I want to get to some of my. These are, I wouldn't call these mail call that I got from other people, but these are mail call that I got for myself. So I have to pull these two out of the bag. Pull these two out of the bag. So these are. I got some new ones. I'm trying to get the collection. I'm trying to get the collection. These are silver prospectors. Silver prospectors. And that's at 1987. 1987. And then I have 1984. So I ordered later this week. I have an 86 coming in a random one. I found out something about randomness. So when they give you this random coins, if you buy like a whole bunch of random ones, you may not get all. It's random year, but they all are the same year. I had that with my American Eagles, so I ended up getting like a whole stack of like the 2015s. I was hoping different ones, but see the back side of it. Upside down. Eagle. Engelhards. And then I picked up 2 piece coins that I wanted. So I got I say 1928, and another one, 1922. So, another thing I found out about coin collecting is that these are these cases that they vary so much in size. And so the back side is the eagle. It's pretty. Now I'll show you some of my Libertads. Some of those. Get some of these ready. Then I got a stack of silver eagles, right? Yep. I got more too. So I pull these off. The piece ones. And these to the side. These are the Libertads. I kind of want these. They're pretty. These are pretty. So trying to get the different ones too. That one. Where's the date on these? Right. It's in the backside. Maybe they don't have a date. They have a date. They must have a date. Maybe they don't. Just 2024. 2024. So these are all 2024s. These are all 2024s. So I ended up getting 4 of them. I gotta add them to my collection. And I have some other coins that are sealed that are American Eagles, but I didn't want to open up the case and break the seal. But so these ones, what's the date on these? This is a 2011. Let's go back to that screen. This is a 2011. Yeah, but any bit. And I had a 2012. Hey, Melody. Thanks for coming in, checking out the mail call and seeing all my silver. Well, not all of it, but some of the stuff. Recent stuff. And next one is a, this is a 2013. I thought I felt it great on it. That's a 2013. Hope you all doing well today. Hey, Dana. Thanks for coming in. All right, and then I have a 2016. So these all have the same back. So same eagle back. I kind of like the other eagle myself, but I like them all, I guess. They're all kind of unique. Walking Liberty, is that what they call it? What did I say? Make them eagle. Maybe okay, I messed up. I'm still new at this stuff. All right, and then I got, these are the Britannias that I got. So it's obviously King Charles on the one side. And then, so these are two different year ones I got. So that's let's see, maybe it'll show up here. That's a 2025. Maybe they're all 2025s. Let's see. Oh, this one's a 2026. But they're the same. And then I've got a, here's this one. This is a, oh, this is not, this is a silver maple. So pull that over here for now. I swear there's something on here though. And then I got the, well, it's Charles again. It's a 2025 silver maple. These are pretty nice. All right. See that little stack there going. So I got, what do we got? 8, 10, 11 pieces right there. And then, okay, I got this challenge coin because, well, I was on a ship that was in Pearl Harbor. Not during, I wasn't there during the attack, but it had been there during the attack. And there were only 2 commissioned ships left from Pearl Harbor. And the one I was on is a museum in Baltimore, but this is a challenge coin of the Arizona. It's a coffin as well in museum. So I like collecting challenge coins. Resting place of the USS Arizona, Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. So yeah, I was on the Coast Guard cutter Taney, and it was during the attack of Pearl Harbor. They shot down a couple of Japanese planes. They brought on some of the prisoners, and then they went out afterwards and they did some chasing down some subs and sinking some of the subs. Yep. Never been to Hawaii though. I thought they were talking about when the ship got decommissioned, they was going to go to Hawaii, but I ended up going to school and then I ended up on another ship afterwards. But there's a nice thing of it. So, but so December 7th. Well, that was the day my uncle died, and my son died December 6th. So those 2 days kind of mean a lot to me. So I play a ship game in my games, and so I play a lot of different ships and stuff, and I always remember these things. But been on the battleship Massachusetts down in Fall River, Mass, and that's pretty nice going down there to check out the old ship. Things were huge. And then I got some 5 ounces I have to show you. So I'll pop this one up for now. Let you look at that one. So these are neat. The Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is part of the natural history ones they have, and they just came out with the last one. They just came out with the last one, and I ordered that. And then another time I'll show you my other ones I have. I'll show you my other ones I have. So I'll have the complete collection. I'll have the complete collection. The other one doesn't actually come out. The other one doesn't actually come out till like April. And I'll be getting that soon as it comes out. I'll be getting that soon as it comes out. Let's see. What does that cover? Let's just stay on very good. Let's just stay on very good. So it's Natural Wonders 5 ounce. Natural Wonders 5 ounce. So the backs are all the same. So the backs are all the same. They got the Mount Everest. They got the Mount Everest. I got the Niagara Falls. I got the Grand Canyon. I got the Grand Canyon. Of course, I got a wolf one. Of course, I got a wolf one. And I got a big 5 ounce buffalo. Here's the Aurora Borealis. The Aurora Borealis. He's like, bought this camera. And it's like, bought this camera. And it's like, oh, it's great to zoom in. I got it maxed out. I can't get any maxed out. It's not really. It's not really. Made big for 5 ounce coins. Big 5 ounce coins. It's called that. It's called that. Eliklib. But it works great. It has autofocus. It has an autofocus and different focuses. But it has some other little lights. You can use. That down there. Yeah, 5 ounces. They're 5 ounces. They're nice though. They're great because I got stands on them, so I can display them. Enjoy looking at them. All right. So this next one. I don't want to scare. I'm going to scare you guys with this. I'm going to scare you guys with this next one. All right. Because they come over here. I'll put it over there. This may be Dina, right? This next beautiful eye. Dina's beautiful eye. Still here, Dina? I was wondering where I have an echo. I don't know. I have everything muted. So it shouldn't hear me. It's kind of weird. I muted this other thing. This is not. That's not even on. That's not even on. Oh wait, there's an extra mic. There's an extra mic thing here. Well, face cam one. All right. Can you still hear me fine? Maybe the echo's gone now. Look at this thing here. I was trying to figure that out, but nobody was around to help me. I gotta let it catch up. Now see if that'll work. Because I have the auxiliary mic and then the face cam mic. The face cam mic might have been on. So if I don't hear anything now. Yeah, I think that was the trick. Thanks, Dina. All right, that was what it was. Anyway, so here's Dina's beautiful eye right here. Let's see if I find the right one. Well, I had this all recorded, so oh well. That's not going to be very good. So that's a 5 ounce. I don't know what the backside is. Oh, it's a 9. Huge. Bring this over here. The camera's like everything's opposite. Woo. So the backside again is it's another eye. It's copper, but that was kind of neat. All right, and then finally I got. Oh, this isn't really a round, but it's a 5 ouncer, but it's a spaceship. So it's kind of 3D. It's on the back side. It's got a 5 ounce. Put it on my other camera here a second. See any aliens there? I think there's some aliens right there. Hey, Tom. Thanks for coming. At least you came when I didn't have the echo. But I thought these were kind of neat, but yeah, I'm not gonna be like a copper stacker. I mean, I have some coppers. I might strip some of my wires and melt some stuff down and do something with it. But anyway, so put all these together here. So, because I don't really need this on anymore. Pull that off. All right. Okay, why is it like that? There it goes. I don't know if I can come Saturday, with the snow and other things. Actually, I probably need to run out. I might have to run out to help my mom out. She called me just before I was going to do this. She wanted some medicine. I have some more silver coming in on Saturday too. It was supposed to have been here today, but it didn't come. So I don't want to leave that hanging outside, but we'll see. But if it comes tomorrow, then maybe I might. But is there anything you guys might want to relook at or anything? Any of the silver or rocks before I sign out? Yeah, I like the coppers, the looks. I got a case that I have a whole bunch of challenge coins in, and they're smaller ones, like 1 ounce ones, but they're still really neat to have. I might have to get a separate thing just for my poker chips too, so because I already filled that up, it's already all full. So, and I'll show you some of those in the future. But I have a different display case. Maybe I'll set it up differently or whatever. But and some of my bigger ones. But Yeah, they really neat. I like them. I wouldn't like spend lots of money on them though because well these aren't cheap, but I don't plan on like getting much more of these except for the ones that I order. But of course I always see a different one. Like I was watching Barlow the other day and he showed a peacock one, so now I bought the 5 ounce peacock. But yeah, I like these in a way. They're more of a collectible showpiece. For me, I'll display them. I have places I can display them around my apartment here, and people can come over and enjoy them as well. And it's not going to be like stacking silver and you stack it and you put it away in a box and bring it out once in a while. That's why I like collecting the different types, but for reasons for like investment, I just buy basically the silver eagles and save them or whatever I get, and maybe down the 10, 20 years down the road, turn them in for something, whatever. So, but I picked up a 1 ounce gold piece and a quarter ounce. I like to get like a half ounce maybe next, but the price of gold's gone up so much that it's really difficult to even get. So, I don't know. It is pay that's gone up so much too. So just kind of stable though. Right? For now, it's stable. For the last couple of weeks, prices seem to have stable. Like the silver, it was like 120, an ounce, spot price, and then it dropped down to it's like 72 now. It's been staying around. It dropped down to it was even like wasn't it like 62, 64, and but it's been stable around 72, and which is good because it gives people opportunity to still get into it where it's not going to be out of reach. But once it got up to 120, it was like out of reach. But my issue is it's like okay, yeah, the prices drop, the spot prices are down, but you're still paying that extra fee on it. $9, $12. It's like what? That's why it should be more like $6 over spot or less. But I mean, you can buy some of the like the constitutional stuff, or junk silver, and you can get that at spot below. But I mean, then the resale prices may not be as good. I mean, I guess it's great for doomsday situations. So I do like to get some fractional stuff. I picked up 2 silver bars, so I'll be getting them coming in. Just as an investment, piece, and here and there, but I mean, look at like roller like diamonds, like $325. It's like what? That's a lot of money. You just, everybody just can't just dump that kind of money out the door, So, all right, well, unless you guys have any questions, I'll probably gonna end the stream here and learn some lessons about the echo. Hopefully that won't happen again. So, but anyways, if there's anything you can think of that I can improve on this, that'll be appreciated. But so I'm using OBS. Streamlabs would have been easier, but with Streamlabs, I think you can only use one camera on the free method, and then even on the 2 on 3 levels or second and third pay levels, I think you max only like maybe 2 or 3 cameras. So with OBS, I could have as many as I want. I could just add them in. So it's a little more to figure out how to work it, but once you figure it out, I mean, there's a lot more options. So and it's free, so I took advantage of it. But I tried it on this old laptop that I have, and it stinks. I thought the one I rebuilt. I don't know if you ever watched it. I put the new batteries in it, but it's old. It's probably 11, 12 years old now, and it just can't handle the OBS. I mean, it's very slow, and it would have been problems. So I ended up getting another laptop. This was $500 off this new one, so $1,800 laptop, whatever, 17 something. I got it like $1,200. So, but it's pretty nice. Works just as good as my other one that I bought. So, but I got like all the cameras set up on the table here, and I plan on doing more crafting stuff too in the future, but I'll probably have this laptop to the side and separate cameras and stuff, and that way I can even do some live stuff too or whatever. People can ask me questions about things. Yeah, you're getting some fractional. Yeah, I've been getting some here and there, from donations and stuff. Dime here, quarter here, or whatever. And I bought a few from some of the YouTubers and stuff, and I have bought some. I bought a roll of quarters and a roll of dimes for fractionals, but that's about for the constitutionals. But that's about it. But I'll probably get some more fractionables, but. You can get the gram ones, but I just don't really think the value on fractionals on those gram ones, for your return on investment are the greatest. I mean, for a doomsday situation, it's nice to have, but for the premium prices and the extra that you pay on them, it's pretty high. I mean, you figure it's like you buy it and you calculate it out. 1 gram, it should be like $6-8 or more, and you're paying $10-12. So just, still good to have. But I probably would go like with larger size ones, like maybe a quarter ounce of silver or half ounce silver ones. Me personally, and then just stick with the the constitutional like 90%ers and stuff. So, but everybody has a different preference. So. And it's like with gold, it's like I probably have close to an ounce of raw gold now from all my pay dirts, and the stuff that I got was very little. I don't get very much prospecting. I don't know if I've even gotten a gram or two all the time in prospecting. So it's just more of an adventure place to get out, and I get rocks. Some rocks sometimes I get free. I get free rocks from my tumbler. So I get more value out of my rocks, but yeah, the pay dirt, you can pick it up here and there, and raw pay dirt, and how I'm going to sell it in the future or make money, I don't know. Keep it for a long time. Maybe I'll sell pay dirt someday. I don't know, but it's just a lot of work. You gotta prep it and mail it out and stuff. Or maybe I'll just sell it to a refinery or somebody that wants to sell pay dirt or something. But for now, I'll just keep it because it's just cool to have, and prices always going to go up. So doubled like in a year. So I think it may stable for a while, but I mean, it could all of a sudden start going back up again. Who knows? So. Yeah, see the screen background there. That's I got that this summer going up to Maine to see Dina. Yeah, that was I stopped in. Maybe I'm way back, way up. I stopped in at it's the Mount Washington Auto Road. Actually, I was driving by somewhere. This one here, I was actually driving by. Came in real quick, and I got some pictures of it, and then I took a snapshot, a screenshot of it. But yeah, so Mount Washington on. I know it's on I guess it's on the left of the screen here, and then these are the Pinkerton Arch. I've climbed Mount Washington and Madison and Adams and one other one. I didn't get to climb the other ones, but I only climbed Mount Washington once. So it was in late July, I climbed it, and then we got in a spot, and there was a bunch of snow. It was like in this little ravine area, and it's like, wow, that's crazy. And then we were out there, and there was like 3 feet sit down area, and in the parking lot, and we're sitting there. The wind was so strong, and I was like, whoa! It was like blowing you over. You had to stay down below, and it was 70 down below at base camp at Pinkham Lodge, and it got down to like freezing up there. It started snowing. And the wind was wicked. We did go to the observatory and looked around, but when you go up in these mountains, it doesn't matter what time of year, you got to be prepared. Bring extra clothing. Start out with short shorts, but plan on putting some like maybe even winter clothes on. But yeah, I climbed Madison with my son and my brother and Adams, and that was pretty. I liked that. That was years ago. But I broke my back, and I can't climb. I got a lot of the 4,000 footers in, but then I just couldn't do it anymore. I broke my back, and then I tried climbing like not Gunstock, a small mountain over there in Alton. And it's not just barely 1,000 feet. And it's like, and I nearly died, and I was so sick for 6 months. It took me to get back to my bad self, and I was like, that's it. I'll never climb a mountain. I mean, if I'm in good shape later in the summer, I might climb a small hill or something like that. But I just can't climb mountains anymore. So I was thankful. Every time I got on top of a mountain, I'm just thankful. I was like, wow, I'm so blessed to be able to climb, because there are people that can't climb. And well, now I'm in that state and I can't climb. So that's been since like the last Mount Majors was the mountain I climbed, and I regret it. I was really bad shape. I thought I was going to pass out. I was shaking so bad on the way down. And that was in 2004, I think. Yeah, May 2004. It was a Memorial Day weekend, and that was the last time I ever climbed anything of a mountain. So, but drive up there maybe, but not climb it. But I do miss them. So, yeah, that'd be good. You want to buy something from me, Dina? Yeah, like I said, and you think about it, it's like, well, you got an ounce. If you had an ounce of gold in the 28, that's 28 bags. That's not gonna last very long. So, I mean, you could buy it and whatever, but um, and I don't know. It's just kind of like I sell pay dirt, but I've got pay dirt from lots of different places, and I'll show you sometime. But I have them all in different vials, and they're. I was showing my brother-in-law when he was up, September or whatever it was. My mom was real sick, and he came, and I put all the vials of gold out, and it's like you could see all the different colors of the different purities. I mean, it was like 12 different colors, and you almost can tell what part of the country or world they come from just by looking at the colors and the shapes and stuff like that. It's like, so I mean, if you're gonna sell a product, I mean, yeah, I could sell some chunky Alaskan gold along with what, some nice fine Maine powdered gold, flour gold or whatever. Most of the gold that you find, east of the Appalachians, along the Appalachians, and I think maybe in the Midwest, a lot of it is quite similar. You'll find a lot of small stuff, and the purities closer to each other than like maybe if you got some in Alaska and California. But with that said, I got some of that Bering Sea gold from Brian Wilder, and that gold was a lot like you would find maybe around here. It looked pure. It was finer. Wasn't as chunky. The big chunky stuff that I got from like Yukon Alley, that was nice and big pieces, but you can just look at the color and tell that the purity in that is just not the same. It's not. I mean, still gold. I like it, but I really do like looking at the pure gold. That you when you see it, it's totally different. So. It's like 40 degrees. I was 42 earlier. I stuck my head out the door because I thought somebody came in the driveway. But it was like, wow, it's nice. It's like it's a beautiful day, and you can hear the birds. So won't be long. Still kind of warm. It's February, and it's like, we got about a month still before actual real spring, and those that live here up in the Northeast, they know that. Well, that could be deceiving. I mean, we could still get a couple more weeks of cold, snowy weather or just damp brownness if it rains a lot. So by mid-April, it starts getting comfortable, and get into later April, then it's nicer. But still, even in May, like we went to that rendezvous in May, and man, it was raw. That rain never stopped. And but then it turned out to be a real nice summer, almost too dry and too nice. So it was real hot and dry. But I mean, for me, that was somewhat comfortable. But because I had the fibromyalgia, that I'm sensitive to hot and cold, so I don't particularly care for them. But if I'm moving about and stuff, it's not so bad when I sit still. But it's that cold, raw, rainy weather that just gets to me. So, but I plan on going out soon, hopefully in April 18th. I got an event going on in Buffalo Brook. So last year we went and it was raw and rainy. It was uncomfortable. I met Heath and Dan had already gone home, PA, and Wrench was there. So I met John, but they didn't even prospect. They had prospect the day before or whatever, I think a little bit, but they had gone up there like that Friday night and it was raining, and it rained Saturday, and then it was rainy that Sunday, and it just didn't feel like doing too much. And so I got some decent gold there, first time there, but I think of the guy that was right next to me. He's a YouTuber. He's over in Vermont, but I can't think of his name. But he's a little bit taller than me, and he had the high hip boot things. That's something I need to get for like the springtime or whatever when the water level's high. And I wanted to get in the spot where he was at, but I was like, well, I only had like my boots go below my knee. Couldn't go over there. I'd be soaking wet. And so he went over there and he got in there and he got some decent gold out of that spot. So, but that area, that lower section, it's kind of close to the parking lot, so it gets hit pretty hard. So, but I wouldn't mind going up the river a little bit and checking it out. But it's still good though. Always good to go meet people, and got to meet a lot of new people and stuff, and I've been meeting them since. So, all right. Well, nobody has any more questions. I'll give you. Oh, hey, Littlefoot. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. I really do appreciate all your support. But yeah, you missed it. I did show off a lot of my silver. Maybe I'll show you some stuff here. Wait a second. Which came this one. So I was just showing these real quick. These are my 5 ounces, ones that I recently got, and here the Amazonian one. So I got one more coming in. I'll have the complete set, the newest one that hasn't come out yet, and then I got the spaceship one, and then a bunch of this another challenge coin. On Dina, you didn't see this one. This is let me find that. You weren't here, I don't think, when I showed this one, but this is a from Red Dirt Nation. It's like a limited edition there. And so the other side. It's pretty nice. Put it on this other one real quick. Oh, I need to turn the power back on. Alrighty. There you go. 1 second. That'll be back on. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how many he had. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's got like 10 of them or something like that. But it's pretty nice. So I was showing them off, like I got azurite malachite from Nick during a donation, and I'm not gonna show you all of it, but it's just like it's totally different. So this is a different kind of malachite, but I got some other pieces that aren't slabbed out and slightly polished, but let's see, one side a bit different than the other. So like this stuff here, this is malachite that I picked up from up at Rosie's, Coos Canyon Rock and Gift. Look at that. So they must have to do this like by hand because it's obviously you can't really see the shape for it here, but retain the angle, you can see it's, and then the backside is it's like concave. Doesn't look so pretty on the backside, but to give, was that gold? Look at gold there, right? Reflection, I see gold. But now compare that with these are rocks that I did by hand. I polished these by hand, all sanding. Started with like I don't know, 40-60 grit or whatever, worked all the way down up to like a 1500 grit, and then I did a polish. No picture. Why they do that? Sometimes I gotta like refresh the thing because it was off. Let me see. Where's the picture? All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had a problem. I turned it off, and sometimes when you turn it off, turn it back on, don't come back on. But I'll show it on this one. I already explained it, so I'm not gonna explain it too fast, but so that's the other malachite. This is azurite malachite. So you got this in Colorado. And that's the backside. But this is, where's the stuff? This is malachite that I got from Coos Canyon Rock and Gas. So let's see, it's got the different shape. You couldn't tumble something like that. I mean, you could try to tumble malachite, but it's very tricky, and you may just pulverize it. So like the backside, I was showing you how it's concave like that, and it's just. But like these are specimens of, this is fluorite. I did these. You may have been with me, Dina. I may even let you touch it. Bought a bunch of stuff from her. So this is fluorite. It's very soft too. You can tumble it, but you have to be careful with it. But I shaped all this. It's perfect flat by hand. So it'll take about 2 or 3 hours, and you can polish these up. Everything's opposite. So I got some others that I did tumble that came out real nice. Some that didn't come out so nice. It was a different batch, so it probably came from a different area of the world, a different spot of the quarry, wherever they got it from. But it's almost like glass. It's pretty neat. But you want to be careful because you'll re-scratch it. But in this, I shaped this into almost like a pyramid shape. So I'll probably try doing some more of this. Maybe I'll even film it one time and just it'll take a few hours to do, but I bought like ones of all different size grit sizes, and I do a little bit of each, wet sanding, a little bit on each one of them, and then just work my way up. And it doesn't take long. I guess it's like 2 or 4, whatever, on the hardness scale. It's pretty soft. But nice. Anyways, just some of my silver again. So these are the Britannia, Walking Liberties. Different dates on these ones. And then these are all 24 Libertades. Backside. The backside's got those. Yeah, I'll have to figure out. It's like when I turn that other screen off, it doesn't come back on again. But the computer's not recognizing it. I probably had to shut OBS off or something. I switched between the scenes and it didn't come back on though. The silver maple. And two piece coins. I like the birds on the back. Like a eagle or a hawk, right? Pretty nice. The malachite. Well, actually, I'll show you a piece of turquoise. So I've never owned turquoise. I'm trying to say that, I'm like tongue twisted here. So here's malachite. Let's get it in screen here. Oh, which way am I going? What? Delay. I'm looking at on the wrong PC. That one's got a delay in it. Right, so that's malachite. And all right, well, these are some other rocks too that I got from him. This stuff, I don't know if it's on a thin layer or if you can get it smooth again, but this one's got that red fleck. The other one I have here has got the green. And then he gave me a piece of turquoise. This one's got, where is it? There you go, there's some green, the green in it. Oh, there we go. But I think these are like thin layers. I don't know. They had a geologist on that night, and he was explaining that you have to be real careful with this because it's. All right, so this is a piece of like turquoise. So there is some similarities. They're both soft stones. So there you go. There's your comparison. Hey, hello Ken. Hey A3. You know, I want one of your stickers, A3. I need to get an empty pan sticker too. I think I got a little tiny one about the size of a quarter, but I got a bunch of new stamps, so I'm going to send a bunch of stickers out again. So yeah, I don't know if you saw some of my new stickers that I got. Well, those are my original stickers. I did, but then I made up. Where's the other one? Well, there's one like this, but it's a bigger one like those. And then I got this one with more detailed stuff in it, different things that I do. So, all right. Everything's opposite. Yeah, I just bought like a roll of like 100 stamps, so I'll start sending some out. And little friend, I want to do a swap with you with my stickers and my poker chips because I really like that poker chip. Yeah, I actually did some little bit of opal that I got. I got a couple pieces that I did. I cabbed, so I started getting into a little bit of cabbing last year, and I want to continue more. I'm trying to get through my pay dirt series and different things that I've been doing, and then eventually I'll try to get back into that. And I've got my gold prospecting stuff that I'm trying to put out too, and I try to get that out on Friday, and then try to get my gold pay dirt stuff out for Saturday, and then I'm doing some stuff in between too. But yeah, I got my rock tumbling stuff too, so I gotta get more of that out. But yeah, and I want to start doing some more of that cabin. Like to do it outside on the deck if I can because it splatters a little bit. It's not too bad. So I have a saw to cut it, and I got a tilt slabber, but I gotta change out each disc. So it's isn't like one of the big fancy ones, but it's it's only that one, so it can sit on your counter and you can actually work it, and um, it doesn't like splatter everywhere, but it splatters a little bit. But you got to take your time to do it. And I just need a. I cut some rocks last year, and some of the people in the community already have it, and actually saw a piece of it on Mama Bird's channel the other night. The pay that she got from the Hippies Explorers, all those rocks in there, I'm pretty sure they were all my rocks. I gave them a bunch of rocks last year at the rendezvous, and and then later on in the summer they said, "Oh, I'm going to give some of my rocks out." I said, "That's fine. I can give them to you, whatever. Share it with the community. It's fine." So, but yeah, I want to cut some more slabs and do some more stuff. And I might try to cut some of these. We'll have to be real careful. Some of the azurite. You didn't. No, let me show you these ones real quick. But these are look like could be brittle. So these ones, I got these along with that too. So, but I might be able to take this one and maybe cut a slab on it. It's got that blue in there, but try one side, and I have to be real careful and don't crumble. Definitely can't tumble it, but this one. So you can see that kind of malachite looks, the azurite malachite. Got the circle-ish in it. And then this different specimen here. It's got the green, almost like moss. No, it's got the green color as a malachite. So, but I don't want to really ruin it, so I might cut a little slice off to test it. And, I might have to just do it by hand. Yeah, Dean, and I don't really need rocks. They better be really nice ones. I've been tumbling. Well, I started tumbling. This is my second. I'm beyond my second year. I started. December made 2 years when I started tumbling. So I started with some small tub things, like cheapy ones, but they were supposed to be real quiet, but they weren't very quiet at first, and until the plastic wore off where the bearings was. And, but I haven't even used them because the way I'm doing it now. But I mean, eventually maybe I might do it again. But so right now I'm doing a 15-pound tumbler. It's a what do you call it? Anyways, I have it in some of my videos. I can't think of its name right behind me, but it can hold up to 15 pounds of rock to tumble. And so I use that one for the first stage, and that's where most of your tumbling is going to take place. And some of the stuff I had some stuff that I had from Montana, the Montana moss agate that I had, and then it split on me. But at least I made a perfect split. So I tumbled that piece for like a year and a half. So typically you're going to be tumbling, if you want like high end kind of rocks, 2 to 4 months or maybe longer. Depends how picky you want to be. When I first started, I wasn't as picky, but I've been getting pickier as I've been going on. And but even still, though, it doesn't matter how picky you are. Sometimes some rocks just aren't going to tumble just right. It could be the same type of rock, but it just form just slightly different, different heats, whatever, and they don't always come out right. So I collect enough over a period of months, and then I run it to a 4-pound that I have, my Lawton tumbler I have. Actually, I have the box right here. The 15-pound that I use is Extreme Tumbler. It's a Rebel 17, and that works pretty good, But I mean, like I said, it takes forever, and I have a big specimen of quartz like that big, and it started. And it's probably that big now, but it's still got a long ways to go before it's even ready. And so I've got some big rocks, but you can only put maybe 1 or 2 big rocks in there, and then you got to have room for stuff to move around. So I mix it up with small rocks, medium rocks, and like actually I've been using some of my pay dirt rocks, the gravels, just act as a media, and so I use like typically a 60 grit. Well, now I'm using 60-90 grit again because I couldn't get to 60 grit, but the 60-90 probably worked just as well anyway. So, and I'm not using any of the ceramic media lately in it. I mean, it's good for buffering, but in the first stage, you really want a lot of grinding and shaping. So, and then after that, it's about, I'll run my second stage. I have a second stage in there now, and that I'll run that for 7 to 10 days. That's it. And then next stage is probably just 7 days. So, but I might have showed I had a video out of a vibratory template, but I like to use those because you save on grit and it reduces the time in half. But the problem with them is I don't have they have something like a rubber kind of thing, and they have no cone in the middle. The ones I have, it's a plastic and it has a cone in the middle, like a cake thing. And that cone limits how big a rock you can put in there. And you need to be able to have that stuff spinning around, vibrating and stuff. But it can be noisy. And the other type, they had problems with the motor, and you gotta like anchor it down like on a cinder brick, and you have to have a place to put it. And I just don't really have the place to put it. So doing what I can, what I got. So I just been saving them up with the 15-pounder and then go to the 4-pounders. So I do have 3 smaller ones too, but I just haven't used them. But I'm trying to get my kids and grandkids involved with it and stuff. But you got to be dedicated because it takes time. You have to have patience. Just the other day I cleaned my 15-pounder, and it's like, well, it's 2-3 hours worth of cleaning and stuff. It's just, and I didn't even film it, so it takes time. I got to inspect them all, and I'm getting a handful of rocks that I was able to, bring over to the next stage. So. What's up, Ed? Good to see you. Yeah, so about the amount of rocks I have, it's like, so I got rocks, like last summer, in the summer before, a ton of, and I probably have still 10 gallons, 15 gallons worth of rocks. It just takes a long time to get through them. And I used to buy rocks, and but now I'm just going through rocks that I got locally, like in New England and stuff. But I mean, I do want to buy some more different rocks, like different specimens. I'll probably buy some more fluorite that I can actually work with. But there's a bunch of different ones. I'll show you some of my rocks, and some of them I kept, done real well. I kept for myself and for my own private stuff. But there are some rocks I'll buy again. I want to try. But I was buying originally because I was limited on the size because of the tumblers I was using. So I was getting the small specimens. So they're like 1.5 or 1 1.25 to 1 3/4 or 2-inch size. So I want to get like mediums or larger size rock specimens. Because each time you tumble, you're losing about 15% of your surface area. Well, at least in the first stage, but in the other stages, you don't lose quite as much. But gets to after you've done the third stage, then you're mostly getting the like polish and stuff, so you don't really lose anything. You're just shining it up. Yeah, I have some rocks I'll show you guys too. I bought a bunch of rocks from Northeast Prospector, and I obviously bought a lot from Rosie's. So I'm actually got my eyes on that 3-foot amethyst she has. It's like $600, but I like that one. When it comes to amethyst, the darker the amethyst, the better it is because it's rarer. And that's something, in the Northeast, we do have the darker stuff if you can find it. But they also, like, it's in abundance like over in England, but it's the lighter purple, and they may actually even use it in sandpaper too. So but they're all pretty. So my grandson had. I don't know if I have that piece. Wait, yeah, right up here. Where is it? Connected to this. Let me pull that off. What did I do with it? Where is it? Can't find it. Where did I put it? All right. Well, I'm not sure I put it, but it was a piece of amethyst that I got, and it was a little bit lighter pink, but my son's like, oh, look what I found! Like, cause my grandson, he found it out in the woods over there in Rochester, New Hampshire, and he was living with his grandfather at the time, his other grandfather, and he was trying to sell it at Nick's, but she didn't want it just because they get it all the time. It wasn't worth that much. I ended up buying it off for him just so he could have it. Felt kind of bad, but it was. She knew right away where it came from. She said, "Oh, South America." So just you get to know your rocks, you know where they come from. But anyways, I got these two specimens to show you. So one is from Nick's, and it's Celeste. This one. So this is Celeste, and this is from Madagascar. It's a light blue. I like this specimen. These are pretty. So that Mama Bird had that geode the other day, and it was smaller colors, but they kind of looked like this. But I don't know what it was, but I think Mandy got that. That was a nice deal she got there. Actually, I got a couple geodes. I was supposed to cut them with my grandson, but he's never come over. And then I got this from Rosie too, and this is a labradite. You know, the camera will show you any goodness of it, but you can see it was actually that's pretty good buy. It was like $17. Then you take that off sometime, but this is labradite. Labradorite. But yeah, I have a bunch of this that I polished up, but this is one of those kinds that you almost could polish by hand to get a really good cut out of it. But it's possibly I have even bigger specimens of this that I got from her. But anyways, you might have even seen that, Tina. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to make this about rocks because I'll be here forever. Maybe another time. But so these are some labradite that I did myself. I have them all in a cup here. So you can see them. But yeah, they're real cool. They all look different. But these ones look a little light. Most of them are lighter colored than this one is. But I might have some that are darker. Because this is may not be necessarily be my best of my collection. And like fluorite, now these are ones I tumbled. I'll just give you a quick peek of some of the ones I tumbled, and they come in all different colors. But yeah, this is, you got the rainbow colors, and like the greens, you got almost white, but some of them get cracky, and that's like all white, different green colors. So it's a very soft stone. Good. See if I can pull out a rainbow one here. There's a rainbowish one. It's a bit crazy what nature does. Stones. Good. It's like this one tumbled, and that one is fairly smooth. But it's like clear and a little bit of light purple there. See right through it. Now this one, this is a little piece, but it's almost like glass. Look at the line right straight through it. And then I've got this one here. Just got rainbowish colors. Yeah, so all these ones here are tumbled, except for those two I showed you at the beginning. But there's a light purple, and it's almost like sea glass. It's just, there's a rock. Ah! Drop it. Here's a green one. This one is really neat, almost like a marble. Play with a kid, cat's eye almost, right? And then I got, here's a rainbowy one here. Just got that purple stripe right through it. So they actually have fluorite here in New Hampshire. I don't know if it's this type, but it's in southeastern part of New Hampshire. They have some fluorite. And this one, it's like almost clear, like glass. It's got the green tint, but you can see it because they're all different, and sometimes the fractures kind of look cool because you can see there's that fracture there where it gives that neat look, but they make, they don't all come out the same. This is a darker version, but it's got the cracks in it, but still kind of neat. See how they get cracky? I can try to run some of these again through, but I'd rather just get new batches of it, and maybe even just do some by hand. Like I said, it's a very soft stone. Well, this one's got some iridescence in it. It's like this is actually pretty nice. It's got some greens and purples in it. Look at that. You can see it. Now that side there is like blood. But alrighty. All right, well, this is supposed to be just a mail call, so I'll have probably another one soon because I got more things coming in, and I'm gonna do a series when I just kind of like show off some of my rocks and stuff, and you can always check on my tumbling stuff, my tumbling videos. But yeah, a lot of these, I have a lot of rocks. Like I said, I bought them from you know, Northeast Prospector up there in Littleton Rock and Shop there, and then from Coos Canyon Rock and Gift, and she has lots of specimens there. And both places, the prices are actually really reasonable for rocks, so quite impressed. Just, but it's like where I put them on, I want to be able to display them. So I try to be picky what I get. So, but all right, well, I think I'm gonna call it. It's been almost not quite 2 hours, but first part of it I was learning, but now I know what to do the next time, so it should come out better. But I want to thank everybody for coming and being part of my channel here and watching things. And if you come back, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always learning too, so what's so great about this community. We can ask questions and find things out about different things, and I've learned a lot from being in this community. Those are the silver stackers and gold prospecting. All right, Dina, we'll see you, and anybody else that's still watching, we'll see you the next time, and have a great day. Enjoy your night. Thanks. Peace out.